What's guys, the Red Cloak here. Today is my review of chapter 328 of My Academia. Apologies for being inconsistent with the chapter reviews popping out. Again, been very busy and working on other videos, but just know weekly chapter reviews for My Academia are back. They are back. And before we even begin the video, and if you are new and like MHA chapter reviews, leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell notification, always stay notified whenever I upload. It helps me push my video to a ton of amazing people and pushes it to the YouTube algorithm. Bow all this out the way, let's get into chapter 328 of My Hero Academia. Now, a bit of a recap since I was not here reviewing it. My Academia chapter 327 gave us Deku finally being able to get rest and relax. Does not mean the trauma that he had from the beginning of this arc is over. I do think it's going to resurface, but a little short abridged. I usually would, rate the chapters. I gave that chapter a 6 because, again, it wasn't my most favorite chapter of this arc, but it was pretty damn good. The beginning of chapter 328 gives us a flashback a month ago when Tartarus was actually getting raided by Shigaraki, or All for One plus Shigaraki, and Stain is out here doing work. He slashed a villain that, is ready to chase women around and cannot wait to be free, but Stain just shuts it down, and he's just on his whole vigilante type stuff. He's not with All for One again. He does not respect him. Stain soon finds a person who is down, which is a security guard from the whole Tartarus prison break, because let's be honest, why were they bringing guns to a quirk fight? And the guard then says, why are you taking this instead of my weapon? And Stain says, I need information. And the guard then tells him that don't give this to any of Shigaraki's followers. And Stain just looks at him and says, is it that important? Stain then takes the device and the person says, it's a recording voice and please give it to a just person. And Stain tells him that because of your determination, I'll reward you with that. I will find it and give it to a just person, which he gave it to All Might last 2 chapters. The security guard asked Stain, are you a monster or are you a human? And Stain says, people who try to make a just world are monsters. Stain then says to himself that whatever this guy's name is, he'll honor his dying wishes and give this to somebody who is just. And the only person that he can see that is just is All Might. Stain then justifies this by backing up and saying that you're the only one who can get this, and it's because you're the one who started all of this. And it's been a long time, but we finally get to see the police guy, which is All Might's friend who knew about One for All and the whole Vestiges thing. We actually get to see him, and he has got a beard now. And it just shows how much time flies and how much Hero Society has changed. And they're now talking about how they were able to get inside Tartarus, like Shigaraki and All for One, how they were able to break themselves out. Inside Tartarus is damaged because Shigaraki was able to use his radio wave quirk, and they're summing up that All for One was able to use his consciousness, which was inside of Shigaraki, to break himself out. All Might puts it like this. All Might's whole spirit is technically in the One for All vestige world and is in the quirk. So he's basically saying it like this. If his own consciousness was able to, start moving around, he could technically command it in a different body, which is his former body, and command it to do something. So that would mean the same thing that All for One did with Shigaraki's body. All Might then explains again that when he got in close contact, when he touched Deku, he was able to put his own consciousness and his own emotions in that consciousness in the vestige world, nothing but pure emotions. So if the All for One vestige or All for One itself is just like this, it may be on the greater playing field than the quirk One for All. And the policeman then continues saying that the radio waves can technically transmit a message, and they were able to analyze it and said that he will be completed in 38 days, talking about Shigaraki. So with these radio waves, if Shigaraki can use it more precisely like a Nomu, they might be in a big pickle if that happens. If they take this theory into consideration, Shigaraki's consciousness and his real body and the hidden communication, then Shigaraki should be done in less than 3 days, or 3 days exact. So that would mean that the final battle might take place in that time frame, 3 days. Shigaraki, when he's done, it looks like game over once he goes to UA, because he's definitely going to destroy that place. Now, technically, I don't want to brag, I don't want to boast, but I did make a video about Shigaraki's terrifying potential, which you can go check out. I go in detail on why, if this man reaches 100% of his power, this guy's going to be a problem for Hero Society or the world of My Hero Academia. I'm also going to put in my comments, so if you want to see the crazy potential of Shigaraki and the takes I had, then you should go watch it because I do think it's a well formatted video. And then the next panel takes us to the US, and they're just saying that All Might suggested this, so we need to dispatch some foreign heroes to Japan because again, they're gonna need some help. They're gonna be versus Shigaraki, All for One, Dabi, the League of Villains, all that shabaku. They're gonna need a lot of help. Somebody then brings up a good point. Every time we dispatch some heroes to a foreign country, villains come out of the woodworks and cause some problems. But they just say that Hawks and Endeavor and even All Might suggested this, so there's no way we can refuse. So we really gotta help these guys out. Now, seeing that these heroes from foreign countries are coming out and helping Japan with their whole villain problem just says a lot of how much of a menace to society the League of Villains are, All for One, and Shigaraki are. Because, let's be honest, if Shigaraki can get past Japan's heroes, what makes you think he's not going to get past the US and the other countries' heroes? And Horikoshi finally drops us the #1 hero of the US, which is All Might's disciple, and apparently that All Might's her master. Also, if you go on Twitter, you actually see some people kind of simping for her. Look, we already have Lane Nagant. I would let that pass. It's understandable. But her, this one right here, nah, this ain't it, Chief. But in the grand scheme of things, I do like how Horikoshi is setting up this final battle, or the quote-unquote climax of the final act. And look, when they say the final act, they don't mean like, oh, there's going to be like 2 more chapters left. No. There's probably going to be like a series of volumes left and a series of 100 or 200 plus chapters until the final act actually begins and actually ends. So let's calm down. It's not going to end anytime soon. We could have like 2 or 3 years left of My Academia, or anything else could happen. But in my grand scheme point of view, I think that this chapter was okay. It's a 7 out of 10. It wasn't really anything special for me, if I'm being honest. Even though the chapter, in my opinion, was alright, what makes up for Stain's whole dialogue with the security guard and All Might explaining that they only have like 3 days left until Shigaraki fully activates and is ready to cause some mayhem, which would promptly start the battle between Deku versus Shigaraki, Class 1A versus the League of Villains, heroes versus villains. But tell me what you think about Shigaraki being ready at 3 days and this whole chapter. Also, do you really think that Shigaraki is going to destroy UA? Because if I'm being honest, I think it's a possibility. But if you did enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell notification to always stay notified whenever I upload. And if you like more My Academia content, Black Clover, or some theories and discussions and analysis, you've come to the right channel. Not going to waste your time any further. It has been the Red Cloak. I'm going to head up out of here. Peace out. I'm out, guys. Peace. Have a great rest of the day and stay safe.